gingerbread men have to do with Christmas? I don't know. I just need this movie off my chest.
There were some movies, terrible movies, movies so awful no one would touch. Then came a Matthew, sad little Matthew. Matthew decided these movies to watch. For every good movie, there's at least 10 bad. Matthew goes and drags himself through the crap to find the worst ones there are to be had.
Today's episode, Gingerdead Man 2, Passion of the Crust.
Hi there, Internet. I'm called Matt. The moon is full, and I'm watching a movie that's full of something, alright.
Gingerdead Man 2, Passion of the Crust. Where do I even begin? I guess I'll start with this shocking information. It's a sequel to Gingerdead Man and was released in 2008. It was directed by Sylvia St. Croix, who's only directed this and Gingerdead Man 3. And given Charles Band's affinity for directing movies under fake names, I'd bet this is directed by him. Although IMDb seems to think it's Gingerdead Man writer William Butler, I'm unclear why they think this, as I find no proof to back up this claim. Still, most people seem to agree St. Croix is a pseudonym. The film, much like the first, was written by William Butler, now with the help of Muffy Bolding. Unfortunately, Gary Busey, as well as the entire cast from the first movie, have abandoned us. Instead, the Gingerdead Man is voiced by makeup artist John Vulich in one of the only 3 acting roles he ever had, the other 2 being featured zombie and werewolf. He has done makeup for some classic movies like Day of the Dead and Being John Malkovich, so why he's slumming it on this film, I'll never know. It also prominently stars Michelle Bauer, a porn star.
Whew. It had been a few months since I saw a movie with a porn star in it.
And she's not alone, as the cast is riddled with porn actors. But IMDb sure makes it easy figuring out who plays the main characters, by which I mean the 2 main characters are 10th and 11th credited, and they don't have anything worth mentioning on their resume.
And I probably shouldn't put this on my resume, but here we go anyway. This is Gingerdead Man 2, Passion of the Crust.
Previously on Gingerdead Man. What the hell, did they get Charles Band's 4-year-old niece to draw this? Oh, and this opening is in rhyme. It's not very good.
But he didn't get far, that demon with a gun. And they gave him the chair as she ended his run. They sent his blackened ashes to his mother, a witch, who tracked down the maiden and left her a gift.
They rhymed witch and gift. Give me a break. Anyway, if you want to know what happened, bam, already talked about it. Though to be fair, all the interesting parts of that movie are in this 4-minute opening. Really shows you how little happened in that movie. Anyway, the credits have this not very good parody of Joan Jett's bad reputation. I don't know why.
Run, run, run as fast as you can. I'm better mean, I devised a plan.
They also have some posters for fake movies that look a lot better than this one. Like Return to Sloth Island? I'd watch the hell out of that. And you know that gag where it looks like a bunch of weird stuff is happening and then it's revealed to be a movie within the movie? Yeah, Full Moon doesn't get the joke and just shows us the studio backlot, so we know this opening scene is just a movie. Doesn't make it less terrible.
More gold! More gold! More gold!
Let me guess, more gold?
More gold!
Yeah.
Abu Rabu!
Wait, Waboo? Oh god, he's summoning the spirit of Dingo Pictures. Yeah, the joke is it's Puppet Master, that series Full Moon is famous for, except way dumber.
Percolator! Shit for brains.
Hi, I'm Charles Band, and welcome to the October vidcast.
Finally, haunted dildo.
Okay, I'm scared to show the haunted dildo on screen because that's not a dildo, it's just a straight up penis. Like, it's flesh colored, it's got like the head and the veins, it's all really accurate. Like if it were just like solid purple, you know, like a regular dildo, yeah, maybe it'd show that on screen, but this one's gross. Although if you really want to see it, Full Moon was proud enough of it to stick it on the DVD.
The director calls cut and no one wants to keep working on the film. So presumably just like Full Moon. Actually, that is the joke here. The whole movie takes place at Cheatham Studios, which is clearly a spoof of Full Moon features. If there's one thing this movie does well, it's make fun of Full Moon, which I appreciate. Still gonna make fun of it.
Let's just untie our nubile young virgin, and we can all get back to work.
Like, here's where the joke is clearly that she's a dirty old whore, but like there's a girl right next to her way younger and way more attractive. This is just poor casting. One obvious difference between Cheatham Pictures and Full Moon is that Cheatham is run by a young kid whose dad founded the company. But I'm sure Band is young at heart. And that's Cheatham with a U, even though the box thinks it's with an A. That's not just a typo, they have it there twice.
And I hope you're hungry, because I'm breaking out my big pink box.
She means her vagina. Oops, I ruined the subtlety.
You know, it's a real problem when the giant gingerbread man isn't the only thing wrong here. He's like crushing all the food, plus there's an upside down donut back here. And how is he alive? Last we saw him, he was a bunch of tiny gingerbread men. Did they forget that happened? Because if so, they probably shouldn't have showed it in the last time on Gingerdead Man. And Polly says she got this box of baked goods from her sister in Texas. And the Gingerdead Man seems to not know where he is. And while I'm not sure if she means Sarah or Grandma is her sister, this means their solution for getting rid of the talking murder cookie was to just mail him to someone else. Brilliant. Then we meet Tommy, a critically ill man whose Make-A-Wish wish was to visit Cheatham Pictures. This also is kind of funny because he acts and is treated like a little boy when he's clearly in his 20s. Then again, the way these movies go, maybe he's actually supposed to be a child. Also, their Make-A-Wish equivalent is called Into the Rainbow, which I found pretty funny.
No, and he broke my nose!
No, it's gonna be just fine. Just hold on. Let me see.
Does it look terrible?
Yeah, it just kinda looks bloody. It's fine. So nearly 20 minutes into the movie, and 5 minutes after he was revealed, the title character decides, I should get up and do something.
I better split before one of these shitheads gets hungry.
Then we cut away, and it's 2 whole minutes before we cut back. I'd complain, but the stuff without him is much better.
I guess it's time to get back to the bloodshed.
And then he keeps laying there. Next, Tommy meets the star of the Puppet Master ripoff, Sir Ian Kovanoff, played by Discount George Carlin.
He was in Showgirls. And a lot of Full Moon movies.
He's pissed because he thought Tiny Terrors was a family movie.
It's a family drama of sorts. After all, the Tiny Terrors are all the spawn of Satan.
Oh, well, if it's satanic, then of course it's appropriate for kids.
Ginger finds they have a book of satanic spells in the prop room and decides it's a real spell book that will help him transfer his soul. Last movie you transferred your soul by getting eaten. And spoilers, this movie ends with him transferring his soul by getting eaten. So really, he just should have stayed in the box like I was complaining about.
And then I wouldn't have to deal with this subplot, and I'd enjoy this movie a lot more. So yeah, he should have just stayed in the box. And yes, the Gingerdead Man is just a subplot in this movie.
Bringing dolls to life sounds like horse shit to me.
I know this was made by the same people as Puppet Master, but this movie can't hold a candle to the Puppet Master series.
Next, Tommy stops by the set of a porno.
Wow! That's David Dakota!
Holy shit! It is David Dakota, director of Puppet Master 3 and A Talking Cat, and a lot of gay porn.
His films are known for their thrills, high-concept gothic horror, and subtle homoeroticism.
How's this for the lunar spacewalk?
Love it.
And that was a hilarious joke, provided you're familiar with Dakota's work. It's niche, but you know what? I'll give you full points for that one, Gingerdead Man.
No points, however, for these horribly underexposed exterior shots of the studio. It really sticks out when everything else is filmed pretty clearly. And establishing shots are usually used to set up a new location, not the same location as before. Wait, hold the fuck up. The Gingerdead man is still there in the box. Could you not take 2 seconds to move that? Or is this just left over from an earlier draft where he did stay in the box the whole movie? Then Ginger decides to kill the gay guy. I've neglected to mention him thus far because the joke is he's gay. And Ginger kills him by sticking a hair curler in his ass. And he starts to enjoy it, because gay people love being anally raped as they're dying.
Actually, if I were in Gingerdead Man 2, I might enjoy the sweet release of death.
I mean, I just don't see what the big deal is with me making the kind of movies that I want to see. If you know you're going to hate something so much before you even open up the package, then why bother even watching it?
I don't know I'm not going to like something before I take it out of the package. If it seems like something I'm not going to be interested in, then I probably won't watch it. Something like Gingerdead Man 2, Passion of the Christ could be hilarious, or it could be dog shit. Plus, it gets views.
Okay, figure this one out. Ginger sees these two going at it and is grossed out.
This is gonna be way too easy.
Then he comes in a different way and says,
What have we?
And then he jerks off.
Sex is hilarious. And what's this on my phone? Porn? They're having sex. Now I'm gonna do the funniest thing I can think of and jerk off to this.
Ginger bitch only lasted like 3 seconds. And then he starts stabbing Polly, and the dude doesn't even notice, even when she's puking blood onto him. And then he shoves this knife far enough into this woman to kill the guy. I doubt that immensely. Wait, did this guy just walk around the Gingerdead man without saying anything?
Hey, baby, in town long? Oh, you're making my loaf rise. Dirty bitch. Ooh, am I pulling your hair?
How does a cookie even start a chainsaw?
Okay, this is like the 6th time they've cut to the Cheatham entrance shot.
Pull yourself together! We gotta stay inside and hide! Trying to get out now is like a death sentence! No, don't go! No, that thing will tear you limb from limb!
It's a cookie.
Oh, my bad, it's a cookie and a robot. With actual lasers.
I thought the thing was a prop!
So did I!
Glad they're just as confused by that as I am.
Okay, you guys ready for this twist that's sure to go down alongside Sixth Sense and The Crying Game? The critic giving Cheatham movies bad scores is Tommy. Well, a lot of people gave Cheatham movies bad reviews, but Tommy is the one we care about right now. Turns out his scripts got rejected by Cheatham Productions, and now he's on a jealous revenge mission. Because it's not possible that someone just doesn't like your movie.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to fake a terminal illness in the name of vengeance?
That may be the greatest line in cinema history.
Scorsese's probably rolling in his grave at the thought of you and this shit rig operation.
Actually, Martin Scorsese is still alive.
I said shut up, butt sniff!
Hey, wait a minute. They stole my joke.
Play the clip.
M. Night Shyamalan is rolling in his grave right now. But M. Night Shyamalan's not dead. Not yet.
Yeah, and mine was funnier.
They managed to snatch something so the bomb can't go off. Yeah, you're lucky you didn't set it off. But Tommy's got a gun, fade to black, and they're tied up in the tiny Sarah set. Makes it easy.
And now, before I cut out your worthless, hopeful little hearts that I found in the prop room, the same spell that
this is too good to be
Studios
true.
have been using since the 1950s. Demonic torture ceremony. Hello!
Jesus Christ, this is the slowest moving cookie in the world.
Wait, that seems wrong.
And then Ginger kills him and the satanic sacrifice is complete.
Fuck you.
But he takes too long yelling at this chick and accidentally brings the puppets to life. And they crucify him for no other reason than so they can use the Passion of the Crust title.
Well, this is significantly less graphic than Passion of the Christ.
Then Discount Carlin shows up and shoots up the living puppets.
I suppose that's the way the cookie crumbles, eh?
And seeing as the studio was struggling to stay afloat before, and now they gotta pay compensation to all the people who got injured or whose families died, plus they just destroyed the puppets for their next movie, I guess Cheatham Studios is gonna go bankrupt.
Now, the winner for Best Horror Hand Puppet Motion Picture is Calvin Cheatham for Tiny Terrors 9, Purgatory of the Petite.
Oops, I mean win a non-existent award during stock footage of the Chinese theater for some reason. Then a bum eats the Gingerdead man and gets possessed. The end.
Well, that was something. Which means it's better than the first movie.
Somewhere in here is a decent comedy. Not a good comedy, but a decent one, about a struggling studio and a crazed critic trying to kill them all. But it keeps getting interrupted by Gingerdead Man 2. All the parts with the cookie needed to be cut completely. They're so annoying and not funny. I enjoy Full Moon taking the piss out of themselves, even if they did take some pot shots at critics. But I took pot shots at them, so all's fair, I guess. What I don't enjoy is really dumb, obvious sex jokes. And terrible cinematography.
But I'm just a critic, so everything I say is just mean-spirited and not constructive at all.
Lastly, let's talk about the title. They added a scene just to have a not very good pun. Cookies don't have crust. Pies have crust. Sandwiches have crust. Cookies do not. And the title seems to either have sparked controversy or Full Moon just pansied out, as the edited for TV version is just called Bakery of Blood. There's even 2 DVD covers, the offensive one with Ginger getting crucified, and a less blasphemous one with him jumping out of a pie.
I ordered the blasphemous one, but guess what? I got him coming out of a pie. I had this whole ending bit where I was going to get shot by a cookie and go to heaven, and they almost let me in, but realize I have the blasphemous cover, and then I have to go to hell, which would set up my review of Gingerdead Man 3. Because that movie is hell. And then I had a second ending that I wrote, and forgot to have Paul record his lines for it, so maybe I'll just drop that one at the end of Gingerdead Man 3. Anyways, I guess that's all I got. Let me know if you have any suggestions for a real Christmas episode, because man, I got nothing. Bye.
You were in Biker Bitches from Beyond and Back.
I'm surprised you noticed me without my cattle prod.
But seriously, I am gonna go jack off to this.